rising storm. I'm forged in the fire, a new heart reborn. With every breath, with every stride, God, I'm your warrior, with you as my guide. Through the valleys of shadow, through the rising storm, I'm forged in the fire, a new heart reborn.
Again, thank y'all so much for your support for victims. They need to know they have a safe place. They need to know they can come forward and they'll have support.
They can walk up to any of us here. And we can
Yes.
help them.
It truly does make a difference. Y'all help make that difference just because you can't be here.
We appreciate your support.
Yes, you support us. You give us your prayers while we are here on the front line. You share, you make awareness. You're just as important. You are just as important.
This is my social life. This is all I care about.
And Veronica, that's my girl there, y'all. She did an amazing job talking to old Johnny. He was a different person talking to her. If y'all hadn't heard it, I think she still has it up on her YouTube. A lot has been said. We don't know everything. We're all trying to put it together so the proper justice is served. But I can say this: Johnny didn't deserve to wreck and pass away in that wreck. His family and his friends have lost a loved one. They need your prayers. Please, I ask all of y'all, please, I'm begging y'all, don't put things out negative about him on social media, especially not right now. That's the last thing his family needs to see. I listened to that interview. I'm telling you, he would laugh and cut up. She would laugh at him. He just opened up because he felt safe talking to Veronica. She's a jam up girl. She's a good old country girl. She is true to the core. She has a YouTube channel. Y'all support her. Voices for Justice with Danielle. I've got to meet Danielle. She also has the YouTube. I think she's got TikTok now too, I think. You gone, babe? Okay.
Yeah, I did.
Okay. Be careful. You're welcome. Yes, Matthew, we are brothers and sisters. I say this just about every week. I'm going to say it again. I haven't said it yet today. As tragic as this was with Mica, my mama always told us, no matter how bad a situation, if you look hard enough, you can find that silver lining. But you got to look for it. And I know Mica's family would give anything to have her back. And I'm not trying to take away from that whatsoever, but Mica was... She was true to God. She loved the Lord. She loved people. She loved you. And she was doing His work. Sometimes we ask, why this person, why that person? I have myself. God only knows that answer. And I can tell you this, don't do that.
Please do. Please do, Johnny.
Thank you. I love you. I can tell you this. I don't know how much attention y'all been paying, but I am overwhelmed at how many people have come together that didn't know Mica. People from other countries, steady following the case. They go in different ones' lives, and it's just brought so many people together and built an army that we've been called a mob by the other side, so we just sport that name, Mica's Mob. But God put that together through her tragedy to build awareness. And I'm a firm believer, and to give victims that have been afraid, that have had memories suppressed, to give them hope that change is coming, hope that they can get out of their situation. Because you cannot just leave. It is not safe to just leave. But knowing there is a huge support, like they see at protests, not just us, but anywhere that it's going on, gives them hope. It gives them a soft place to fall. And we got to keep it going. Because one life lost is one too many. One victim of any type of abuse is one too many. Somebody has to make a difference. Somebody has to start it. It's what we're doing here. And the army just keeps getting bigger and bigger. So thank y'all again for your support. For your support for the victims. For victims' families. You know, pray for their families. I know I would be torn to pieces if my child was abused. Pray for their families. And remember Johnny's family. Remember Veronica. Veronica's a good friend of mine, y'all. She made Johnny a promise that she was going to try her best to look out for his family so they didn't get attacked. And talking about him at his death, putting him down at his death is harming his family. Because it's going to eventually get back to him. So Veronica's starting to feel like she has failed Johnny, and I told her she has not failed him. She got him to open up like nobody else had. She was real, not an interviewer, a news reporter, or I mean, not bashing any of them, but she got one-on-one with him, and he was comfortable talking. He was a different person. So I told her she did not fail him. She was a blessing for Johnny. Whether he was involved in any way, I don't know. I honestly do not feel he intentionally did anything. If he's involved, maybe he was forced. I don't know. Veronica had more of a talk with him than I did. Yes, his story changed. You know, when you, I can tell you this. When you've been threatened, sometimes you do what you have to do. And your story might change. Because you're scared you're going to say the wrong thing. I'm not saying that's what happened, but I've seen that happen. We got to remember that. We all want to solve it. But we don't want anyone to pay that's not guilty. I got family. I've had not my mama's daddy, granddaddy, but my daddy's daddy. There was some mean people, y'all. I never knew him. There's some mean people, the stories I heard. I don't want people to look at me and judge me by what even my family might be doing. I'm not them. We got to remember that with everybody. And everybody makes mistakes. Sometimes we might not get an apology that we think we need, that we think we deserve. We might not ever get it. We got to learn to let that be okay. You forgive them. Doesn't mean you have to hang out with them. You got to forgive them. Because if you don't, it's going to eat at you and it's going to take away your quality of life. God will handle the rest. That's right, Matthew. Accidentally burning money is something we all could potentially do. I didn't accidentally burn any, but I accidentally threw some in the trash and it was in the truck to go to the dumpster, and thank God I went and looked through it and found it before it went to the dumpster. So yeah, it can happen. Yeah, Veronica, and I didn't like it. You got to remember, same way some people are, well, they're not just saying it because we all heard it. Johnny did change things around in his story. I'm just going to put this out there. I'm not bashing anybody. I'm not calling anybody names, but we got to be careful. It's good to listen to your content creators and, you know, the ones that's done investigative work, but just because they said it doesn't mean it's the gospel. Go research it yourself. Compare it to what others... Sometimes that person might be made a mistake, but sometimes people are flip-flopping. They did it this way. This is what happened. This one was involved. That one wasn't. And then when more and more evidence comes out, they turn it around like that was their belief all in the beginning. Look, if you made a mistake, just own it. We're human. There's enough hatred in this world. We got to bring the love back, y'all. We got to bring the love back. And I love every one of y'all. Whether I've met you in person or not, I love you. Mr. Ken, I love you. Never met you, but we're friends on here. Love can overcome. But we have to act on it to let it overcome. That's right, Veronica. Own it and learn from it. Look, if I make a mistake, even if I get upset with my husband and I've been stressed or something and I pop off at him because I told him in the beginning I didn't want him to pay for things that other men had done to me because I was damaged and he wouldn't leave me alone. So yeah, I get upset and I'll pop off at him. And when I calm down and I realize it, I go back and say I'm sorry. I'm not beyond saying I'm sorry or I was wrong. And that's one of the biggest problems in this world is so many people have too much pride to say that. And people like that, I don't care to be around. I'll love you. I'll love you from a distance. I can speak to you in passing, but I don't want your bad attitude rubbing off on me. I made a lot of mistakes in my life, and I'm sure I'll make more. I'm human too. I'm just a poor old country girl. Don't have nothing fancy. But I tell you one thing I do have that I take pride in. And I refuse to let anybody ever take that from me. Because I know I have a beautiful heart. And that's not bragging. That's being honest. But I guess I need to get off of here, y'all, again. Thank y'all. I love y'all. We fixing to shut it down, so we can get this food and stuff packed up and get on the road before the storms come this afternoon. Y'all pray that they'll hold off here. I love y'all. I will catch y'all next week. Y'all can catch me on Facebook. Love y'all big.
Thank you for watching. Please like, subscribe, and comment. Let me know your thoughts. And if today's your birthday, happy birthday!